Hello again. Now, residents of Umlazi's F section are the latest to pile pressure on eThekwini municipality in Durban. The under-fire metro is being accused of failing to provide basic services, a charge which has been echoed by residents of Nduzuma H section. They say their water and sanitation issues remain unresolved. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli has been talking to these communities today about their problems and demands. Good afternoon, Lukele. What are some of the main concerns raised by the community that you've been talking to?
Well, Praten, it seems like the water and sanitation crisis in eThekwini is still continuing, because today I visited two communities, Umlazi and also Nduzuma Township, where we spoke about their issues with water. I want to start with the residents in Umlazi first, because I think their issue has been for a very long time. They've been struggling with water. And when we went there, they told us that it's been 10 years without running water, and they live in quite a decent place. And they are saying that they've been paying for their utility bills for these many years, but unfortunately they're not receiving the services. When I asked them what the actual problem was, they also didn't know, and they were saying that they've been asking the municipality for answers for these past 10 years, but unfortunately they haven't been answered. They did say that in 2019, just before COVID-19, they had a meeting with the mayor of eThekwini and also the head of department, and their promises were made that a team will be basically released to them, and they would then try and find help for this community. But unfortunately, this didn't happen, and now they have come to the media seeking some help from us, hoping that the municipality will respond. I also went to Nduzuma. There they are dealing with the sanitation issue, Praden, and they are saying that it's been over 3 months with flowing sewage in the streets, and we also saw this when we went there. And in speaking to some of the affected people, they are saying that the stench is quite bad, and unfortunately there's children there, there's families living there, and they have to live with the stench and also seeing the sewer on their streets all day long. So it's a very bad crisis that we're seeing here in eThekwini. Of course, some of the other places and also the ratepayers in the city have refused now to even pay for their utility bills, and citing that the lack of service delivery in the city is quite bad, and they don't know where their money is going. And we've spoken to some of the residents and also the associations as well. Over 25 resident associations are refusing to pay utility bills because of these issues that I'm mentioning. But in speaking to the residents in Umlazi a bit earlier on today, where they were telling me about their ongoing water issue, this is what they had to say.
We are struggling, especially for izinto toilet. So if ever ufuna toilet, it's a struggle. Like more if we are out, like in a mall or something like that. So we are able to it's better because yeah, it's a struggle, because we receive water tankers. Lama water tanker, they come once or twice a week. Sometimes if you are after 2 weeks, depending, but she requested from a councillor, then they say it's literally water tank, but it is a struggle for 10 years.
Yeah. I know that surrounding areas do have water, but this community specifically doesn't. Has there been any explanations from Umaspala? Have you written to the mayor? What has been the response?
We wrote to the mayor, and we had a meeting last year. It was the 30th of November 2022 with the Edwin Soili, who is responsible for water at eThekwini municipality, and they've promised us that they're going to have like the intervention in trying to address, or temporary intervention in an attempt to try to address this issue. But nothing has happened since then, because we wrote to the mayor, then we wrote to all the officials, and we have all the communication with them. So, but we are not getting any response. But they are citing that there is a pressure issue. There is a low pressure because of it's a lot of now informal settlement that we have here. So that as a result of that, that is now we are struggling with water, because now the reservoir that we have is no longer able to supply all of us due to the high demand of water.
Yeah.
Are there any plans, I mean very tangible ones, that the municipality has at the moment, Lethiwe, to sort some of these challenges that are faced by these communities?
Well, but then I've been pushing the municipality for a few months now to give us sound answers as to why they are not responding to the community's cries, because Umlazi is not the only area that is currently faced with a water shortage. It's a lot of townships around Durban, and also a lot of communities. We've been visiting them over the past few months, and the municipality keeps on saying that a lot of infrastructure was damaged by the floods, of course, but it's been over a year. And now, basically, residents are saying that they are not accepting the municipality saying that it's because of the floods and this is why they don't have water. And so today in my conversation with the head of department at the eThekwini Water and Sanitation, I did pose these questions as to why are they not responding to the cries of communities, why are they not providing these basic services, why they're not fixing these issues. And he did say that they're trying. And in trying to ask him what the problem is with Umlazi, he did say that there's a huge pipe that supplies water to Umlazi that was damaged a few years ago. And right now the municipality is in the process of trying to fix that pipe. And they are saying that because of funds, unfortunately, they weren't able to conduct this work immediately when the pipe burst. And they are saying that the cost of this pipe is going to be over 1 billion rand, and the municipality unfortunately did not have the funds at the time to start working on that pipe. And they are saying right now, though, that they're in a process of appointing a contractor to fix that pipe that supplies most of the southern parts of Durban with water. In pushing them for a time frame, they did say that at least it's going to take about a year to 2 years to fix that pipe. So these residents are going to be dealing with these issues for the next year or so. But Ethnic did say that they're working on it, and they will be displacing teams to try and find what the actual issue that is affecting the residents of F section in Umlazi, and hopefully they will find the problem and they will fix it. In speaking to him a bit earlier on, this is what he had to say.
I'm happy with what we got this current financial year. It's a serious improvement, and for me it shows Council's commitment to resolving the water and sanitation issues. Because of that allocation that we received, for example, we are buying 16 jetting machines, because you do know that we've got sewer challenges in the city. So that process is already underway to buy 16 jetting machines. We've been promised by the suppliers that from October we'll start getting delivery of about 4 per month. And then at the last council meeting, I went back and said, no, there's still pressure on the sewer side. Council, can you approve another 70 million? And council applied its mind to that report and supported it. So there's an additional 70 million rand to buy. I'm told we might get another 24 jetting machines because of that. So I'm saying it's very much more improved compared to where we have come from. Normally, our capital budget would be around 900 million or just under 1 billion normally for water and sanitation. In the current financial year, we're sitting at 2.1 billion. So it's been doubled. So now what we have to do is take the money, use it, go and do these upgrades that are required. But obviously, it's a 3-year cycle, the budgeting cycle. We've allocated 2.1 billion in the current financial year. I think more needs to be done in the other 2 years of the coming 2 financial years.